So today we're going to do a video on how to fillet a fish. We were out walleye fishing today, and we'd done one previously. We received some feedback that we left some meat on the bone, so to speak. So we're going to do another version with a slightly different approach and show you the difference in the extra meat that you can catch. So the first thing you're going to want to do is make a cut over its head here. And so you're going to want to stay close to the back of its head and make a cut down right to the spine on the other side. So it comes down right to the spine there. And then you want to make the same cut on the other side. And it helps to angle your blade slightly towards the fish in order to make sure it gets underneath the scales. Once you've made that cut, then you want to run your blade down the spine, and it'll run right along the spine. And once you get back to this fin, you can poke the knife all the way through, keep it tight down to the spine, and come all the way off the other end. Then once you've done that, flip it over, do it to the other side. See, apparently I got a little too close to the back of the head because I got a little bit of slime there, which I'm definitely going to want to wipe off. So you do the same thing on the other side. And then once you do that, leave the other side on, and you just keep moving along the bones here, working this meat up, working it up. And when you get down into this area, you're going to start hitting bones. Your knife's going to start going across bones. And in the previous video, basically what I was trying to do, and you can tell there's bones right down through here too, but basically what I was trying to do was avoid all these bones. So what I had done was I had stopped right here, made a cut straight down this lateral line essentially, and the bones, if you can tell by where my fingers are, I'd hold my fingers there, and the bones stop right there. So I knew that I didn't have any bones in the fillet. However, the downside to that is, now you can hear me cutting through these bones. I want you to hear me cutting through these bones. The downside to that is there's stomach meat over on the other side, and to some extent these bones, you can feel these bones coming down and sticking out all down through here, so you got to be careful, but a lot of them are right here. And then once you get through there, you can basically take that off, and basically what I was losing was this meat from maybe right here up. And there's some meat right here, and there might be a few bones down through there, but we'll show you how to take care of that. Now once you've done that, you do the same thing to the other side. Again, cutting through those bones. You go right along the belly, and once you get through, then you can just take this off right here. Try to avoid that white stuff there. It's an internal inside of their intestines. And now you've got these two fillets here. Now the next thing that you want to do with a walleye is get their cheeks. So to get their cheeks, you poke in, and it's basically a circle about that big, and the bigger they are, the bigger the circle it is. And you just get that under there, and it helps to have a flexible knife, but you just run it right along the bones, and then once you get it through the other side, then you just cut right towards the jaw there, and that pops right out. And so then that gets you your walleye cheek. Now do that to the other side. The bigger the walleye, the bigger the cheeks. And the cheeks are pretty good meat too. Whoops. There you go. Once you're done, once you've got that far on the fish, you can discard that because it's not going to be needed. And then you can go and actually start your scaling. Now, once you've got these fillets off, you can scale the fish. And you do that by holding your finger down here, starting and making a small cut, and then staying right along the, pushing down and staying right along the scales to make sure that you don't lose anything. And sometimes you still lose a little bit when you're going through there and doing that, but try to do your best. And now that you've got that done, now you got to take the bones out of it. So now if you remember, when we were cutting through here, when we're cutting through from the spine down to the stomach, the bones are literally right here. So you can hear that as I'm going through there, and they extend all the way down back into this area. There's even some pin bones that exist down in here. So there's a couple things you can do here. You can zipper it, which is what I like to do. Make sure you cut a little wide on both sides, and it's okay to go a little wider, because especially on these big walleye, this underside meat here is dark, and believe me, you can eat it, but it's got a pretty fishy taste to it, so it's not the end of the world to cut a little bit there. And then what that does is it lets you get this so that you can then grab onto it and you pull, and it takes this fillet and takes the majority of the bones out of it. Now, knowing where those bones are, it doesn't work perfectly every time, so you want to run your fingers down through here quite a bit to make sure that you got everything, and I think I got all that, so you set that aside. Then you take this bottom half one, and you do the same thing. See if this is going to come off, and it looks like it's going to work pretty close. And so now you've got this here, and I can feel bones all through there, and that's pretty dark meat, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut that right there. Still got a little bit of dark meat right in there. And then again, feel down through this area for any additional bones, and you can cut out any additional bones as needed. But from there, now you've got your bones out. Take this stuff, throw it out, because that's got all kinds of bones in it. And then for the cheeks, really all you need to do is this skin separates right here. You just grab the skin, grab the skin and just peel it right off. Now you've got that skin off of there, the scale or whatever it is there. Throw that away, and you've got your walleye cheek ready to go. So do that to the other walleye cheek, do that to your other fillet, and that's how you get a boneless fillet. And really the main thing that the main difference, like I said here, oh, I think I just felt a bone right in there. Sometimes scales and bones are kind of hard to tell, but basically this meat right here is the extra meat that you're picking up by doing it this way versus the other way. It might have been right into here too, but to some people that's half the fish, so you got to be careful, and you never want to waste meat if you don't have to. So we figured we'd show you guys the other way. And I hope you liked this video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and if you want to watch the other version of this video, you can click here. Thanks for watching.